Guys, how's it going? Cranky Canadian here. So I had this video yesterday, but I figured I'd save it for today since I already got two up yesterday. But anyways, here we go. It's a OU battle against Blue Tyrant Tarkus, or Blue Iron Tarkus, my bad. And yeah, again, I'm on the right. I forgot to say that yesterday, but yeah, it's a pretty good battle. So he leads off with his Landorus Theory, and I lead off with my Gliscor. Just get a Protect up there to sort of get my Toxic heal going. And I get that Intimidate, which sort of sucks that I'd be doing a little bit more damage with my knockoffs and Earthquakes. But anyways, so I just go for a Toxic, and I think he switches out. No, he goes for a Bulk Up, my bad. So he lost his lefties and he's poisoned, so he's going to be taking more damage and not getting any back. So he goes for a Brick Break and only does 24% damage. No, 16, my bad. And I go right back up to 99 with that poison heal, and he brings out his Rotom Wash, and I go for another knockoff here, predicting the switch. Well, I couldn't really have done anything else, but I figured he was going to switch out. And I knock off his leftovers. He's running lefties as well, and then get the Toxic off. So I'm down at 16 HP, so I just switch out and bring in my Trevenant, which is my special defensive wall, and it all of Rotom's moves are resisted by Trevenant, so I figured it was a pretty easy switch. So he brings out his Genesect, which I'm a little bit afraid of, but I think I can tank a couple hits. So I take his Flamethrower pretty well, and it brings me down to 7, and then with my Citrus Berry, it brings me back up to 32. So I protect, hoping to harvest, and I do. Oh no, sorry, I don't. So I just get absolutely dusted by the next Flamethrower. So I'm down my Trevenant, which sort of sucks. But I bring out my Jirachi, and I'm gonna say it right here. I bring out my Jirachi on turn 10, and then I'll tell you guys will be able to see when my Jirachi goes down. So I'm just gonna speed this up a little bit here because there's a lot of stalling with Jirachi. So Jirachi's just doing cosmic powers, thunder waves, and he brings in his Gardevoir here, and I'm able to hit it with an Iron Head and bring it down to 2 HP off the very first hit. So he just mega evolves, I guess, just show off his shiny Mega Gardevoir. And I take it out with another Iron Head, and he goes for an Ice Beam, which is resistant and does absolutely no damage. So I get that Thunder Wave off just to paralyze his Genesect. And then he brings out his Landorus and lowers my attack, which sort of sucks because I'm running Ice Punch and Iron Head. So I go for that Ice Punch, check out that Landorus Therian, who's at about half health, and then he brings out his Talonflame again, and I go for an Iron Head, doing a little bit of damage. He goes for a Flare Blitz, and does 60 damage, so it's pretty good considering most Talonflames are adamant fully invested in physical attacks, so my Jirachi took that really well. But I've still got that lowered attack, so my Iron Heads and Ice Punches are going to be doing a little less of Genesect. So yeah, I'm just stalling them out here. Not really getting anything done, just sort of sitting here. And this is where the hacks god come in, because I get that pair hacks, and then I get a flinch, and then I think I get another flinch here, and I'm just sitting in there doing well. Brings out his Excadrill, and I go for that Iron Head and pop his balloon, and then I go for an Ice Punch here, and I get a freeze. So that Serene Grace, Jirachi, it's awesome. And then he brings out his Talonflame again, and I go for another Iron Head, get a solid 18 damage off. Go for another one, get 17. And I get that flinch, so it's looking pretty good for me here, but he gets a burn. So my attack's lowered by both of those, so I'm only going to be doing 8 damage. And he drops a roost on me, which isn't that much fun. So I'm just sort of stalling him out here, because I have raised stats in defense and special defense, so I'm just going to try and stall him out, tank some hits, which I know I can take. Hits me with a Hydro Pump there, and it only does 13 damage, so pretty happy about that. He goes for another one and only does a 12 damage, so I'm pretty happy with this Jirachi. I think I'm going to be using it some more. If you guys want me to show off my set with Jirachi, I can show you guys that, no problem. And yeah, so just let me know if you guys want that. Put that in the comments below, and thanks a lot. So my Jirachi finally goes down this turn. I'm thinking maybe he can get enough lefties back, but he doesn't. So he was in there for 25 turns, was able to take out 2 Pokemon and almost three, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I bring in my Excadrill as Mold Breaker, so I didn't really, I guess he didn't expect me to have Mold Breaker, or didn't really know what it did because I just hit his Rotom super hard, and then he goes for a Sleep Talking. It's a Volt Switch, unfortunate for him, so didn't do anything. And I take out his Talonflame there with a Rock Slide, and then he gets a pair of hacks on me, so it's not great, but and so I bring in my Galvantula and go for a Thunder, and I'm easily able to take out his Genesect. Then he brings out his Excadrill, which is frozen. So his Rotom's asleep and his Excadrill's frozen, so he's not in the best spot. So I go for a Bug Buzz with my Genesect, seeing how much damage it'll do, and then I figure I'll switch into my Scrafty because it's super effective on both of them, and his Excadrill throws out. He goes for an Swords and then switches out right away, which I didn't really understand. But anyways, it didn't really make a difference. So yeah, thanks a lot to Blue Iron Tarkus for that battle. It was really good. I enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed this battle, please leave a like rating below and subscribe if you can. That really help out. I'm just trying to get my channel off to a good start. Anyways, thank you guys a lot for watching and have a good day. And I just realized okay, no, thank God.